Hey, hey, hello, welcome. Welcome, it's a new week, it's a new stream. Hello, congratulations, Tack, on being first. Welcome, Cade. Long time no see. She lives. Has there gone rumors that I don't live? I might not live? Hello, Diamond Cat, as well, welcome. Hey, hey. Can I move my mic a bit closer? You missed Friday's stream. Is this better, Mike? Loudness? Maybe. You missed. I did not miss. I chose not to. But yes, I didn't tell anyone about it. That is a fair statement. Fair statement. I decided, nah, I won't. So rude. I decide. Just like I was like, oh, should I tell people that I started later today? No. I will just do it. You have notifications on. If you don't have notifications on, turn those notifications on. Like and subscribe. Comment and share. Anyway. Yes, I didn't. Maybe I was just too hyped about Arcane. Maybe I was just too hyped about the Arcane event that is currently going on in League of Legends and TFT, which is also why I've decided that today we will be exploring Runeterra once again. Hello. I live. I am so hyped. Yes. Arcane is the best thing ever. I've been playing TFT so much because there's a new battle pass and there's a new set and there have arcane characters. So that's mostly what I've been doing, spending my free time on doing only that as much as I can. It's a free battle pass, please. I don't mind it at all. But so my decision was that it was a while ago since we read some League of Legends lore, and today I really want to continue. And last time we did Piltover and Son because of season 1 Arcane. So today I think I will discover some Noxus. What did you think about Arcane season 2? I loved it, of course. It's arcade. It's League of Legends. I will like it. I was a bit surprised though by some things. Questioned some things without spoiling too much. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed every episode, and I liked it, and I want there to be more. And since I saw that they confirmed that they will make more TV series, but following other people's stories, I am all for it, and I'm like, please make more. I want to see more. So yes, very positive, and I look forward to seeing more arcane stuff. Or it will probably not be called arcane, but more League of Legends TV series. I want them, please. I want to consume them. I need them. So, in honor of this, I thought that I just want to read some fucking lore. I like the lore. There is so much lore that I don't know about. I was thinking about like, oh, should I just continue with Piltover and Son? But then I was like, after Arcane, I feel like some people might be getting updated lore. So I was like, then I just have to update them. They will be out of date. Maybe. I don't know if they will. That was just a guess. And I don't really remember where I left off anyway. Sure, I could look it up, but. So why not just go over to Noxus? Because that kind of ties in. Noxus was introduced in Arcane Season 1 with Ambessa, who became a champion in League of Legends. So I was like, why not explore some Noxus? Because last time we were here, Noctis. Noxus. The brutal expansionists' empire. And here it says that Noxus is a brutal expansionist empire, yet those who look beyond its warlike exterior will find an unusually inclusive society. Anyone can rise to a position of power and respect if they display the necessary aptitude, regardless of social standing, background, or wealth. Noxians value strength above all, though that strength can manifest in many different ways. The lamer brother of Noctis, Noxus. I want to show following only Colette and his insanity. Please, yes. I would love to. Last time I went very, very in depth, like, okay, let's learn about Noxus. I think we can read some here. Did it change? It did. Good job. Did that change? No, it didn't. Whatever. So, I was thinking doing the champions like I did last time, So Ambessa is actually first up, and I have no idea about her lore. I've only seen it in Arcane, but I have no idea. Like, okay, what's more? Here we see a little bit how Noxus looks like. Noxus person Serima. Ooh. I don't want to read all of this now. Just like a little bit of setting. This is where we are. The people. Swain. The military. This will we read when we read Darius. But yes, the question is if I should take. No, I could keep it, I guess. Ah, who cares? Anyway. You did! Oh, amazing. Perfect. Risk of Rain. We played Risk of Rain last time. It was very fun. Maybe I'll do this so you don't have to see the annoying thingies. Question is, should I do it all the way? I probably should, right? So there's no stupid banner there. So. And then I could. No. Move this up a little so it's a little bit more centered, maybe? Ooh. Yes. Now where did it go? Fuck. There. Okay. Lock. So. Noxus. Her emblem. Noxus is a powerful empire with a fearsome reputation. To those beyond its borders, it is brutal, expansionist, and threatening. Yet those who look past its warlike exterior see an unusually inclusive society, where the strengths and talents of its people are respected and cultivated. The Noxi were once fierce barbarian tribes until they stormed the ancient city that now lies at the heart of their domain. Under threat from all sides, they aggressively took the fight to their enemies, pushing their borders outward with each passing year. This struggle for survival has made modern Noxians a deeply proud people who value strength above all, though that strength can manifest in many different forms. Anyone can rise to a position of power and respect within Noxus if they display the necessary aptitude, regardless of social standing, background, homeland, or wealth. Those who are able to wield magic are held in particularly high esteem and are actively sought out in order that their special talents may be honed and best harnessed for the benefit of the empire. But in spite of this meritocratic ideal, the old noble houses still wield considerable power, and some fear that the greatest threat to Noxus comes not from its enemies, but from within. Ooh. Hello, Ezekiel. Tomorrow, Shadow Slave. Yes, I figured, like, where is Shadow Slave? Will you stop reading Shadow Slave? No, I will probably do it tomorrow, just like normal. It's not gone. Yes, I will stop reading Shadow Slave. I will only read League of Legends lore now. That's it. Thank you for the hearts. How cute, how sweet. Thank you. Now you get the picture. Now we will delve into what's actually interesting, aka the champions, and we will start with Ambessa. Ambessa, who you probably have seen in Arcane. And she is the matriarch of war. Any enemy of mine is an enemy of my family, which she says in the show. She only has this, yeah. She doesn't have much lore, I would assume. She has her one story, and that's it. All who know the name Medarda respect and fear the family's leader, Ambessa. As a Noxian general, she embodies a deadly combination of ruthless strength and fearless resolve in battle. Her role as matriarch is no different, requiring great cunning to empower the Medardas while leaving no room for failure or compassion. Embracing the merciless ways of the wolf, Ambessa will do whatever it takes to protect her family's legacy, even at the cost of her own children's love. Tyson? Yeah. Otherworldly. Please continue. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, let's see what she has in store. I'm excited. Can you see this? Yes. I didn't cut that off when I did the cutting. Born into one of the most powerful families in modern Noxus, Ambessa Medarda was perhaps always destined for greatness. Her family was not counted among the old noble houses, yet they had gained immense respect and influence across the empire since its founding. And young Ambessa's first exposure to bloodshed came early, watching reckoners risk their lives for a chance at glory in the arenas. Though she was too young to know the thrill of battle herself, she studied every match and internalized every move. In the aftermath of the Battle of Hildenard, her father sent her to collect the blades of fallen soldiers. Though still a child, Ambessa never once averted her eyes from the death and carnage around her, and by the end of the day she knew death was not something to be feared, but respected. Sacrifice was a noble thing. Greatness demanded it. The Medarda family code, passed down through generations since their earliest days as traders on the Shariman coast, espoused the virtues of both the desert fox and the fearsome wolf of legend. So it was no surprise that Ambessa would choose a soldier's life, carrying the memories of her childhood lessons with her always, holding others to the ideals of familiar honor and decisive action. She was a proud daughter of the Medardas, a born warrior, soon enough a general in command of several warbands, and clearly one of her grandfather Menelik's favorites as patriarch. And yet she was so much more. A woman, a lover, and a mother. In her appetite for life, Ambessa experienced it all. But the moment she held her son Kino for the first time, she finally understood what it meant to devote herself to someone unconditionally. And with that came the potential for profound disappointment. While she loved him dearly, it was clear that Kino would never have the strength of a warrior in his heart. Not long after, Ambessa almost met her end in battle, defending her ancestral home of Rockrund, while pregnant with her daughter Mel. As she lay among the bodies of her allies and foes alike, she drifted near death and experienced visions that she would speak of to few others in her lifetime. Whatever it was Ambessa had seen, it alloyed her resolve and ambition. She would bend the world to her will, so that any weakness in her children would not be something her enemies could exploit. From that moment, Ambessa's rise became almost meteoric. She led from the front in every battle, fearlessly staring death in the eye. And with every victory, she grew more resourceful, more daring, and more She grew more resourceful, more daring, and more uncompromising. Shit. When old Menelik Medarda finally passed, he named no heir from his deathbed, sending several branches of the family into a conflict of succession. But Ambessa knew they clawed at heir, for this was her destiny. She defeated her rivals and vowed to forge a legacy worthy of the Medarda name, worthy of her own children's inheritance. As the new matriarch, Ambessa began to speak more often of her own personal mantra. In all things, be the wolf. She would tolerate no weakness or dissent in those around her, lest that weakness spill over into her. She even sent her daughter Mel away to the distant city of Piltover. Years passed before Ambessa began to hear murmurs of a new and powerful invention called Hextech, from the soft-spinned idealists of Piltover no less. Intrigued by the potential of such a discovery, Ambessa traveled to the Gilded City to visit her daughter, determined to find out if the technology could be used to leverage even more power for the Medarda family. So not too much news. New news. A little bit though that I liked. But okay. Maybe they, since Ambessa came out before season 2, maybe they will add things after, maybe? Because this is a very little lore from her. But she also just came out, so all new to me. Well, hell yeah. Now you know some more things about Ambessa. The Matriarch of War, the wolf. And from Ambessa we go to Briar, who is also a very new character, to me at least. I don't know much lore-wise. I have no idea. I've seen the teaser that they released, so I've seen her little video, but I have no fucking clue who this one is. So this will be very exciting for me as well. The restrained hunger. I don't lose control. I free myself from control. Okay. A failed experiment by the Black Rose. Briar's uncontrollable bloodlust required a special pillory to focus her frenzied mind. After years of confinement, this living weapon broke free from her restraints and unleashed herself into the world. Now she's controlled by no one, following only her hunger for knowledge and blood, and relishes the opportunities to let loose, even if reining back the frenzy isn't easy. Almost sounds like a Noxus version of Jinx. Not really, but like, okay. I'm very intrigued. Let's see. I like her design as well, obviously. The eyes is a bit too creepy, but otherwise. Okay, let's see. Near the end of his reign, Grand General Boram Darkwill entrusted the Black Rose and its many hemomancers with creating a new kind of living weapon. Unlike their previous experiments on the deceased, this would be a being born from and fueled by blood, one driven to hunt down targets without requiring the sustenance of food and water. And so, Briar was born. Her creators wanted an assassin, but all she wanted was to eat, eat, eat. When her first mission ended in a frenzied, gory failure, the Black Rose decided that Briar was too dangerous to use, but too powerful to be destroyed. In order to control her, they devised a special pillory, locked by a hemolith gemstone, to restrain her and focus her mind. Once shackled with the pillory, Briar, along with the rest of the Black Rose's living weapon, was quickly deployed during Jericho Swain's coup against Darkwill. She was given a handler to help direct her, but when released from her pillory, Briar immediately devoured him and everyone near her. Everyone but her target, Swain, who escaped while the living weapon fed upon friend and foe. After an arduous capture, Swain's guards managed to trigger Briar's pillory and restore her restraint, enabling them to transfer her to the holding facility. Alone in her cell, Briar could focus on nothing except her hunger. Though she couldn't die from starvation, the absence of fresh blood weakened her day by day. At first, she thought the chorus of crazed wails echoing around her room were her own starving thoughts, until she realized the sounds were drifting in from unseen neighbors. Did Swain's forces manage to capture other living weapons during the coup? Was she locked up with them now, each having failed their mission, their purpose? The voices cried out for blood, a sentiment Briar could relate to. But what she couldn't stand wasn't how often they did it, nor how loud they were, but that it was all they talked about. Their unrelenting hemomania was the most boring thing she had ever experienced. Being bored in prison is like, oh, not, not even annoyed. Like, keep shouting, keep talking, but please talk about something else than I'm hungry. As hungry as Briar was, and she was hungry, her thoughts stayed focused on the pitiful sounds of the others. What if she managed to break out of the pillory? Would her frenzy make her even more unhinged than her neighbors? Would she become as single-minded and boring as them? The idea was too horrifying to dwell on, so she instead resigned herself to listless solitude. Years passed, and the time alone allowed Briar to reflect on herself and consider the possibilities of the world outside her cell. Entertainment consisted of eavesdropping on the guards' conversations, devising new ways to pester them for raw meat, and agonizing over whether she should raise her pet spiders or eat them. Okay. By chance, while she was toying with her pillory one day, she inadvertently loosened the hemolith, which settled into a position just short of unlocking the restraint. Briar froze, as though as her hemomaniacal neighbors filled her head. Is that what she'd become? But then she realized something. Being under control was just as dangerous as being out of control. She wanted to strike the balance. Having discovered the hemolith's mechanism, Briar devised a plan. By this point, the guards were so used to her calls for attention that when she lured one close to her cell, nobody noticed he was missing until it was too late. The guard's blood surged within her, lighting a fire that had been waiting to spread. Briar was finally free. Now the living weapon gleefully roams the streets of Noxus, pillory locked back in place, until she wants to unlock it. As she acclimates to the world outside, with Black Rose monitoring the unexpected development, Briar eagerly learns all she can, making new friends and discoveries in a world she's starving to experience. Okay, so not to eat then. What? Okay, interesting. Would love to see more of her. What the fuck? Sick. Interesting. Effie, but fucked up. A bit, yes. I see the comparison. Yes. Then we have Cassiopeia, which is a very old champion. Does she even have like a lore? Oh, she has. Oh my god, she has a short story. Okay, sick. Cool. I didn't know. Okay, the snake. Secrets are sharper than blades. Cassiopeia is a deadly creature bent on manipulating others to her will. Youngest and most beautiful daughters of the noble fitta. Du Koto? Koto? That's the only thing I can say. I always thought Cass is from Shurima. I know, because it makes sense, doesn't it? But maybe you will learn here that. Did you know that Cassiopeia has a sister in League that's also in League of Legends? Kind of. And hopefully they will mention that person here. But no, she's actually from Noxus. Weird, I know. In the beginning, I was also like, oh, Shurima, obviously. I mean, look at her. But no. desert snake Cassiopeia is in Noxus. Cassiopeia is a deadly creature bent on manipulating others to her will. Youngest and most beautiful daughter of the noble Ducato family of Noxus, she ventured deep into the crypts beneath Shurima in search of ancient power. There, she was bitten by a gruesome tomb guardian, whose venom transformed her into a viper-like predator. Cunning and agile, Cassiopeia now slithers under the veil of night, petrifying her enemies with her baleful gaze. So, was in Shurima, got transformed into Shurima, but she is, I can't. She is the daughter of a Noxian clan family. Went to Shurima, got turned into a snake. Short summary. The Serpent's Embrace. Okay. Let's see. The youngest child of General Ducato, Cassiopeia was born to a life of possibility and privilege among the Noxian noble houses. From an early age, she displayed a keen mind and sharp wit, and while her sister, Katerina, flourished under her father's tutelage, it was their mother, Soriana, in whose footsteps Cassiopeia would follow. A hero of Noxus' expansion into Shurima, General Ducato eventually sent for his family, installing them close to the governor of the coastal city of Ursaris. Surrounded by strangers in an unfamiliar land, Cassiopeia remained close to her mother, learning much of politics, diplomacy, and subtle influence. As she grew, Cassiopeia could not help but glimpse other, hidden concerns within Soriana, beyond those of the Empire. One day, quite unexpectedly, Soriana collapsed in the family residence. Her hairbrush had been laced with caustic venoms by an unknown hand, leaving her close to death. General Ducato was well versed in the ways of an assassin, and so he had all the household staff removed, leaving his wife and daughters alone in an empty house. Still little more than a child, Cassiopeia never left her mother's bedside. While Soriana's recovery took many months, the bond between them became stronger than ever before. When the general was recalled to Noxus to prepare for the long-awaited invasion of Ionia, he took Katerina with him, but Cassiopeia remained in Ursaris. Seemingly relieved, Soriana confided in her daughter that she belonged to a clandestine and secretive cabal, known by some as the Black Rose. Having guided the Empire for centuries, they had finally managed to spread their influence into Shurima. Now free of her husband's watchful eye, Soriana's real work could begin. In time, and under her mother's tutelage, Cassiopeia blossomed into a young woman of tremendous beauty, cunning, and intelligence, if somewhat lacking in empathy. She saw those around her as tools to be used to achieve her goals, and then cast aside just as quickly. What do you mean somewhat lacking in empathy? That's being zero empathy. But okay. Though she had barely reached the cusp of womanhood, she was initiated into the Black Rose by hunting down and eliminating those who had sought the death of her mother. She surprised even Soriana with her speed and efficiency, and left no trace of her activities, or her proxies, behind. Only then was Cassiopeia made privy to the cable's broader plan for Shurima. Using her family's tremendous resources, she undertook a number of expeditions into the deep desert, raiding ancient ruins with the help of a local mercenary named Sivir. Her efforts were made all the more urgent when word reached Ursaris from the capital. Grand General Boram Darkwill had been deposed by Jericho Swain. Is his name Jericho? I have no idea, I just know Swain. And a number of noble houses had chosen to honor this coup, including Ducato. Oh, hello. Welcome, Cinder. Today we're reading some League of Legends lore. Right now we're on Cassiopeia, the snake. Outraged and disgusted by our